Hi friends, this is Lisa here at restministries.com, and I just wanted to drop in and say hello and say thank you so much for all of you who have been so kind and generous in your emails and encouraging me. I have to say that this year so far has been a little bit discouraging because I felt like I played by all the rules during the holidays. I paced myself, I tried not to overdo all those things, and had a nice holiday, but to be honest, my body still decided to have a little rebellious streak in the beginning of January. So I had my neck flare up into place, where it's one of those times where you have to literally grab your hair and yank your head when you want it to turn and scream. And about 2 days after that, my jaw swelled shut, which happens a couple of times a year. And I took some muscle relaxers for that, but then that knocked me out for a couple of days. And to be honest, my jaw started feeling better. I ate one meal of biscuits and gravy and broke off an entire molar. So a couple of days ago on Friday, I had that back molar completely extracted and have been drugged up since then. And this is the first day I've had on clothes in a couple of days and makeup, so I decided I should at least do a video so I look decent. And I just wanted to say, my heart and my thoughts have been with you. It keeps things in perspective when we think of our eternal life. My assistant, Kara, her sister passed away this last week from cancer, and it's been a journey that's been long, and yet it's still so difficult. So please keep Kara in your prayers and thoughts. And I know right now she would just be overwhelmed with emails, but at some point in the future, if you talk to her on the phone or see her posting somewhere, just remember to send her a gentle hug. So, I found myself really just kind of being angry a couple of weeks ago, and to be honest, I was just taking it out on the people around me, my husband and my son, and they were doing things like, leaving things out around the house, but nothing that required me to be so frustrated. And my son got these little books for Christmas. I bought him a bunch of them, and they're wonderful. God, I need to talk to you about. And one of them is My Bad Temper. And I was reading through this with him the other day because he loves these short little books to realize he's normal when he's having different feelings. And Psalm 56:3 says, "When I am afraid, I will trust in you. When I am afraid, I will trust in you, God." And what is that doing in a book about losing our temper? And I think that that's really, when it comes down to it, we do lose our temper with those we love. Let's be honest. We try not to, and we may even be able to withhold any wrath for quite some time, and then one day something goes off and we explode. And a lot of times what our anger and our temper may come down to is that we're actually just afraid. And I think that those were the feelings that I was having, just still, after all these years, almost 2 decades of living with rheumatoid arthritis, it's still constantly changing. The risk of infection is always there. The risk of upper respiratory infections, the risk of our health insurance getting higher and higher in expenses like it is right now. All of those things, I know that some of you are living with many, many more difficulties than I am, financially, physically, with your relationships and all of that, and I know I am blessed. But do you ever have those days where you open up books like Streams in the Desert and they're about suffering? You just think someone wrote every single one of those for you. The more pain we are in, the more we really do understand God's love and mercy and joy and the peace that can pass understanding. And yet that doesn't take away our fear all the times. We still have that fear of the future, or fear what will happen to us, or fear of what will happen to our family. And instead of expressing and talking about those deep fears and revealing them to our loved ones, sometimes we bottle it all up, and instead we let out our anger on them for not putting a dish in the dishwasher, or not picking up their clothes on the bathroom floor, or something that's just so small and insignificant in the scheme of things, that they might even look at us and roll their eyes, and then that makes us really mad, right? As moms. So, I just wanted to share a little bit about my journey in the last couple of weeks. I've been working on my book for Christian moms with chronic illness, and I always feel like my house is just under a little spiritual attack when that happens, because both God and Satan are saying, what do you think you know about parenting with a chronic illness? You can't even control your own temper, or you can't even get your kid to help you with dishes or whatever it is. And there's always going to be that in our lives, and we can't believe those lies. With everything, we are doing the very best we can one day at a time. And yet, if I could share with you the challenge for me and what I hope might help you is just surrender that over every moment before we open our mouth. Not let any garbage come out. And if we have to let the garbage come out, go in a room and shut the door by yourself and go in the bathroom, turn on the fan or something, so that we don't let that out on our family and our loved ones. And that we can be a joyful person to be around. And if we need some time, Jesus went up to the mountains, he went to the desert, he went to his own boat sometimes just to get away from the crowds. And that is okay, that we do need to go and refresh and renew so that we can come back and put on the joy of the Lord on our face, to have that defiant joy despite the circumstances, and choose to be joyful so that when people look at us, they remember that we made them feel better about themselves, and we made them feel like they were important to the Lord and not that they were a disappointment to us. So that's just my little word for the day. And you know what? It's all a journey that I'm on. I'm not telling you anything I don't need to listen to my own advice on. And I just wanted to say thanks for being there, and we are excited. I'm excited to have the website and the devotionals all back up and going. There's still some error messages we're getting on some of the previous posts I'm trying to fix, and we have a lot of great things coming on the pipeline, so stay posted. And above all, thank you for your prayers, and please continue them, because the more I see God at work at Rest Ministries, the more we are under attack. And that's a blessing, knowing that we are making a difference and we're worthy to be under attack. But personally, it gets rather exhausting. And when it's my body that's under attack, I get very frustrated, because the way I cope with my pain is to do ministry work. When I can't do the ministry work, then I have to actually take a second look at the realities around me and deal with the pain and the emotions. So you know what? We're all learning in this together, but please keep us under the deepest prayer in 2011, because I don't want to see my family attacked and my own home, and I certainly want to see Rest Ministries grow and continue to reach out to so many. So thank you very much for your time. Love you guys. Bye.